You know, when you look at the history of Hollywood and cinema, there are a bunch of like landmark events that happened, whether it was the first motion picture with audible sound and dialogue, whether it was the first movie to use color. A lot of people would say that the first Jurassic Park was a movie that kind of opened the doors for a whole new era of stuff like that. But one of the big landmark moments, I think, in the history of cinema that really changed the way movies were made was the formation of George Lucas's company, Industrial Light and Magic. This has been and continues to be the preeminent visual effects house, used by everybody, tons of Academy Awards. They made over 350 films, or at least worked on over 350 films. And the story of their origins is what's being documented in a brand new series simply called Light and Magic. And that series is now coming to, I believe, Disney Plus in a 6-part. Of course it's 6 parts.
Yeah.
Of course it's 6 episodes if it's on Disney Plus.
The climax is going to be way too fast.
Way too fast. They're going to run through it way too quickly. They're going to spend the first 5 episodes on the first 3 days of them deciding to make Industrial Light and Magic, and then the following 42 years is going to be wrapped up in 1 episode. But no, seriously, they're doing a docuseries on the formation and the influence of Industrial Light and Magic, and it's being directed by Lawrence Kasdan, who, of course, co-wrote Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Solo, a Star Wars story,
Raiders.
Raiders: The Lost Ark. He's made a whole ton of films, and he's directing this thing. The first trailer for this dropped. And while I will admit that while Disney's been doing a lot of this docu stuff, starting with Mandalorian, then they did that, series of the behind the scenes, the making of Mandalorian. That was great. I don't think any of the other ones they've done since have been all that great. But this looks wonderful. And again, I love the idea that they're looking at Industrial Light and Magic. Again, I think a hallmark and something that changed the way Hollywood could make movies, and especially with what they did with Star Wars and all the behind-the-scenes stuff about how they made Star Wars come to life. This looks fascinating to me. I cannot wait to watch it. Rob, you had a chance to see this trailer. What did you think?
Well, like you said, John, I mean, as a kid who grew up with Star Wars, Industrial Light and Magic to me was always the epicenter of literally the magic. And I have every issue of Cinefex magazine, and I think ILM started to be on the cover in issue 3 was the Empire, the Tauntaun on the cover. So I've been reading about ILM literally for 45 years, and I love ILM, and they've worked on everything. The work that they did with Cameron. You talked about Jurassic Park, but The Abyss, when they created the pseudopod sequence. And the first CG character was in Young Sherlock Holmes, the knight, the stained glass character in Young Sherlock Holmes. I mean, ILM has literally been at the forefront of R&D for the entire film business for the last 45 years. And, these were basically a bunch of hippies that were in the valley, in the San Fernando Valley. And when they started on Star Wars, they're like, how are we going to do this? I don't know. I mean, they didn't know, for like the first year, they had to figure this out. Look at that shot. That's a perfect shot. They came up with the Dijkstraflex camera, John Dijkstra's camera, where they could repeat with computer assistance. They could make a camera move exactly the same over and over again using a computer, so they could do multiple exposures and passes to create moving models the way we could never see them before. That's how we got the X-Wing attack on the Death Star at the end of Star Wars. I mean, I can't wait to watch this. To me, John, you could have said, would you rather have like a Scarface-sized, a Tony Montana mountain of cocaine, or you can have this 6-part documentary? What is going to go into your brain faster and make you feel better? I'm like, dude, ILM. All day, every day. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, I'm dying to see it. And again, and Lawrence Kasdan being attached to direct it is so perfect for it, I think. Anyway, Amy, you had a chance to check out this trailer. What did you think about it?
I think it looks great. I think it looks like it's going to be super interesting. Obviously, a story that, is very exciting to just hear all the pieces of. That said, I think I got to give props to Disney Plus. They are unmatched. I loved Imagineering's story. I love that little Behind the Ride series they do. They can get me to watch a 6-hour commercial for things they own. And I will sit there and just eat it up with a spoon. And I love them for that. I will sit here for 6 hours and then go, yeah, I should rewatch all these movies they own. I will sit there for 6 hours and go, look at the Imagineers. I can't wait to get back to a Disney park. And they make it so goddamn entertaining. I eat that shit up. I love it. Good on them.
That
Good on them. It's
Imagineers,
brilliant.
That series was great.
It's great.
I haven't
it's
watched that one. And,
You would
and
love
everybody tells me I should. Yeah,
It's good.
that's one of the things because I kind of got over. I didn't like the new docu stuff that they've been producing, so I kind of skipped on the Imagineers one. But I've heard nothing but good things
It's
about
also very drug like. You just want more.
Yep.
You watch
Yeah.
that Imagineering series, and you're like, wow, give me another episode. You just sit there and watch. It's so, you know what? These are admittedly commercials, but the creativeness, the creative endeavors of people is so uplifting when you watch these. Like they had to make up everything because it didn't exist before. And to me, it celebrates creativity and innovation. Yes, we can be cynical.
Oh, absolutely. And if they were done cynically, I think they would be pretty unwatchable.
Yeah,
that
I
is
totally
the beauty
agree.
of them.
They're really wonderful, but you should imagine. But
Did you guys see the Pixar in real life? Those short things where they have like Wall-E going around and people. You haven't seen those little
No.
skits on there, where it's kind of like it's not really a prank thing, but they bring these Pixar like a real Wall-E, and he starts going around, and people
Like
walk
to
up
people,
they're like, what?
I would bawl my eyes out.
All right, guys, the question is for you. Did you have a chance to see this trailer for Light and Magic? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm very excited about watching this.
so
What did you guys think? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. We want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, Manscaped. Now, guys, you know I love Manscaped. You've heard me go on and on about the Lawnmower 4.0 and that body wash. I love it so much. And so we got to ask, guys, have you started your spring cleaning yet? The carpets need cleaning, the drapes need dusting, and your lawn needs mowing, gentlemen. And you guys know Manscaped isn't more than just one product. They have a whole lineup of products to help you guys feeling, smelling, and looking your best. And so Manscaped is proud to present to you the Performance Package 4.0, which is the only tool that you need to keep your boys looking, smelling, and feeling good this spring. Now, to start off with, you get the Lawnmower 4.0. Guys, we have talked about this. What is wrong with us? Why have we for so long been using these terrible tools that were never meant for cutting our hair down there? The razor clipper things on our electric razors. That's barbaric, guys. You need the Lawnmower 4.0. And then there's the Weed Whacker. You guys have heard our own Ray Ora talk about this thing. He loves using it to get that hair in your nose and the ear hair. And then they offer lots of other stuff like the Crop Preserver. It's an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. The Crop Reviver. It's a spray-on toner for your balls. And of course, they've got the perfect grooming tool for your face with the Plow 2.0, the perfect razor for the finest shave on that face. So guys, get 20% off plus free shipping with the code CAMPEA. That's CAMPEA at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the promo code Campea at manscaped.com. It's time to throw out your old hygiene habits and upgrade your life.